What's going on, guys? It's p.t.1 back with another live stream. Sorry, I actually still have I'm still sick currently, and I still have that upper respiratory infection. Yep, sadly it hasn't gone away, but it's not gonna stop me from making another live stream. Now, I know I kind of left off with the cliffhanger. Well, I kind of left off to an end with what you'd think would be the end of our of me making our army camps. You know, you'd think that that would be stop, but we're not stopping with that. Actually, we're just like taking a break from it, cause it's not really best to build it alone. It's better to do it with friends. Currently, I have about 4 armored destroyers, or armored frigates, as you would call them. It depends on how you would expect them. One is actually 3 of these. This one's actually a little bit smaller, but I was never really able to change it. You know, it's like 1 block, smaller than it. But they're lined perfectly. You see how they all have the cannons on them. And I'm designing these ships into squads like I did with my fighter craft. And we're going to have more. Now, the objection is that the fleet is moving forward. And will be stocking, if necessary, up on to land or something. I was thinking about landing them over here, but I I'm sorry, guys. I have that cough, but I can't let it stop me. So they're kind of like lined up, I guess. Right here. Hold on. that I had an urgent matter to attend. Guys. So, yeah. You know, sorry my character's been glitching out for probably 5 minutes or something, I don't know. But, yes, so I just started off building, like, 4 ships. This is my first one, then I went around. I was thinking about building a fleet that could fly. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just build this. So I got like 4 of these ships. I'm gonna have a bridge, and these are hollow inside because I'm gonna fix the inside. And this will be the command ship. But I want to see where I'm gonna land my troopers because I'm gonna have landing craft sent out, you know. And I think, yeah, we just found it. So this will be the location where we send our landing craft. But we have to build our fleet up first in order to send the landing craft out. I'm gonna have like a few more of these, like, I'm gonna have like some battleships, and they're gonna be guarding the location, and then I'm gonna have landing craft sent up, and they'll be landing, like, dropping off tanks and stuff. We'll have helicopters, we'll have everything, you know. And the, building an army camp, if you want that to continue still, you have to tell me, guys. I can't, you know, I don't know if you guys want another series. Like, I don't know if you guys want that continuation of the series. I took a little break of it because I don't have my friends up on yet, and they're kind of they're the people really helping me out. So yeah, I think maybe this could be like maybe how would I put that? Okay, I actually don't, I mean, I know this is going to be a command center, but I don't know what I'm going to store down here. Now, actually, I have a YouTuber, which is coming over, and he is technically my best friend, which is, he's actually, we're YouTube partners, but, it's Mr. Rectifier. It's a funny name. Every time I say that, I feel weird saying it. But yeah, that's that YouTuber that's coming over, and we're just gonna be, you know, doing stuff. We might actually do a video. He's gonna easily bring his phone, because that's what you're supposed to do. You know, when you go over somebody's house, you bring the phone to, you know, call your parents and stuff. But either way, yeah, so he'll be coming over my house, and, yeah, we might do some videos on his channel. Definitely check those out. I don't know what we're gonna do on his channel, probably. I'm actually gonna take a break from this position, because I'm checking around. I want to build, like, what would it be? More ships. So let me just put that down. Let's see. I'm thinking about making, like, tugboats. So I'm gonna use the black concrete, because they have those, like, inflatable things, like, oh, I know what they are. Hovercraft. So, if you don't know what a hovercraft is, or a hover carrier, no, people call them hovercraft, so I don't remember. So, I just heard hover carrier from something else. So, hovercraft are these air, like, well, none are aircraft, but they're basically capable of going on land and into the sea. And what happens is they have an inflatable object. And if you guys played Call of Duty Ghosts, or you're a big military historian, or a big military enthusiast, I don't know how I'd call you, but if you know a lot about the military, or you know a lot about, like, or if you've played Call of Duty Ghosts, I know I have. I've played a lot of the campaigns. And, basically what happens is, you see these craft that have, inflatable, like, pieces, and they're like black floaties, you know, that exact color, and they inflate, and then they deflate when they're on land, and they're used for carrying troops, and, like, vehicles and stuff. It's really cool. So I think I've got about a few destroyers right now, or frigates, whichever one we're gonna call these. Tell me if you guys want to. I think actually I'm gonna call these ones frigates. They have like one cannon, you know. So, because there's obviously no land under me, and I'm not going to do the, let me just go underwater thing. I'm going to do this. Actually, I think it'd be smarter to make it on towards the land. When there's land right here. So we're just gonna build this thing up, like, probably about that. I'm gonna go like this till it goes around and stuff. Always, if you want your vehicle, like your craft, to have like a point to the front of it, make sure you do it an odd amount of times. Like if you got like 5 people, you could have 2 people like on one side, 2 people on the other side, and 1 guy in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, it's so hard to like freaking see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, we're good right here. Yep. We might actually need to make it 13. Alright, 13. We just, you know, keep building. And then we're just gonna do this. You know? And that builds up right there. So the hovercraft were basically used as like transports, and what I'm going to be using them for right now is like transports for our jeeps and our tanks. We're going to have helicarriers or just aircraft carriers, and that's going to be, yeah. So I think I'm going to keep it inflated to this point, and then just build the plateau, like the flat surface on the ground. Yeah. Actually, nah, screw it. Screw it. I'm just gonna build like D-Day style landing craft. I say D-Day style because I forgot the actual name of the landing craft that was used. A lot of people refer to a D-Day style landing craft, you know. I would say the name of it, but I don't know it, so I'm not gonna make up like a LG224, which is obviously not the name of it. It's like, oh yeah, like this is the LG224 and it was used by this. Na 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 na. Actually, I think I'm gonna start the battleships right now, actually. Like, so I got about like 4 ships just guarding the front. Then we have like about a few ships in the back, like kind of on the sides. Sorry, my controller keeps going on like getting out. It's freaking my remote. I've used this remote for about years, or a couple years. Depends on how much I'd had the PlayStation for a couple of years now. Oops. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, Now we're gonna do one more. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then just build off. And we'll go pretty far because it's a battleship and not a regular ship. And if you don't... Okay, I'm not even gonna explain what a battleship is. People should know what battleships are now. They are basically massive gunboats, which if we don't use them anymore, at least the United States doesn't, I'm not really too keen on the other navies of the world. All I know is that the United States used to use these things in World War II. We even used them in, I think, Operation Desert Storm. I think it was the Missouri we used. Or the... I think the Missouri was still used. And if you think that that one was sunk, then, like at World War II, it's like, hey, but Hot Birdie 2001, I thought you, wasn't the Missouri sunk in Pearl Harbor? Well, if you honestly think that it was sunk, you're thinking of the Arizona. The Arizona, the Missouri, and then the Massachusetts, and then actually the Texas too, are the ships I can really think of the most. And actually, here's a little fact. If you don't remember, I did a report basically on Pearl Harbor, basically for a book report. I survived the bombing of Pearl Harbor. So it was sunk with one bomb. One bomb from a Valve dive bomber, which is a Japanese bomber at that time, not anymore, was flying and dropped the bomb towards the forward part of the ship at the first gun, at the main gun battery. And what was under the gun is where they stored the ammunition, which was probably about 300,000 tons of TNT. I don't actually remember how many tons of TNT it was. It was a lot of tons of TNT, let's just say, you know. And one bomb ignited all the ammunition on the ship and blew the front off, technically, and sunk it to its grave. And it's still in Hawaii today. We could have brought that thing up easily and just took the weaponry off of it, but we didn't. We used that as a memory at Pearl Harbor, because Pearl Harbor is still a military base, and it's still used by the United States. But we'd have the, there's a memorial there, right over the wreckage of the ship itself, and there's still oil leaking up from the crevices of the ship, coming, like, floating up. But the people who served on that ship fatefully died. And sadly, the crew inside, I'm not sure if all of them shared the same fate. I hope not all of them did it, but basically, they drowned to death. I feel weird talking about it. I honestly just do. And honestly, if you've lost a family member in World War II, I'm definitely sorry for your loss. Then again, I mean, depends on how old you'd be to watch this actual stream. Anyway, so yeah, battleships are basically massive ships that we used, and if we still used them, I think we could, but you know, it'd take a lot of money, and honestly, we don't really need it. The United States, what I believe is, and it's basically shown all around the world, is that the United States has it is proven that the United States does have the largest army, well, military, not military, but not so much military, but Air Force and Navy. Naval strength and Air Force strength go to the United States. We have, like, the largest, is what many people say when they do, like, United States versus North Korea, or United States versus Russia, United States versus China, United States versus this, the United States versus that. That's what's basically, said. About the, United States Navy. But basically, if we still use battleships today, we'd mainly use them for blockading. They had these massive 16-inch guns. Those things were devastating. Honestly, if you were on an island and the United States was bombarding you, like in World War II, when we took islands back, when we were taking the islands or strongholds, before we dropped our men, we'd usually use the batteries on our battleships to blast them, to blast these strongholds, like all the defenses on the beach and stuff, to smithereens, to shreds, rip it to shreds in order for our men to get a better landing. Because if you're a military leader, you wouldn't just send all your troops in first and then have them bombard the beach. If you're smart, you'd bombard the beach first and then send your troops in. Because honestly, if you're sending your troops to take over a base, or to take over like a full outpost or something. Hold up guys, I got a call coming in, I'm sorry.